Welcome to today's meditation. Find a comfortable position and let your eyes close when you're ready. Before we begin, a brief reflection on today's theme. Sometimes the most useful thing you can do for someone is nothing. No advice, no fixing, no clever reframe that makes the pain smaller than it is. Just staying. We are terrible at this. When someone we love is hurting, every instinct says, do something, say the right words, offer a solution, fill the silence before it gets uncomfortable. But people don't always need answers. Sometimes they just need to not be alone with what they're carrying. Today, we practice that skill, not just for others, for ourselves too, sitting with what's here, not rushing to make it better. Let your body settle. Feel where you're supported right now. The chair beneath you, the floor under your feet. Let your weight sink into that support. Notice your breathing, not changing it, just watching it move. In, out. If there's tension somewhere, leave it alone. We're not fixing anything today. Just noticing, just staying. Let your shoulders be wherever they are. Let your jaw hold whatever it's holding. You don't need to release anything. Just notice that those places exist, that they're doing something, carrying something, even now. That's all this is, being here with whatever is here. Think about the last time someone you care about was struggling. What was your first impulse? Probably to help, to suggest something, to make it better. That impulse comes from a good place, but it often comes too fast. Before you've really understood what they need, before they've even finished talking, you're already composing your response. That's not listening. That's problem solving wearing a mask. Real presence is harder than advice. Advice is easy. You say a thing, you feel useful, you move on. Staying is uncomfortable. You sit with someone's pain and you don't get to resolve it. You just witness it. And that feels like you're failing. But you're not. There's a particular kind of loneliness that comes from being around people who keep trying to fix you. You tell them you're struggling, and they give you 5 suggestions. Have you tried this? What about that? You should really consider the other thing. And you end up nodding, thanking them, feeling more alone than before you said anything. Because what you needed wasn't a plan. You needed someone to say, "Yeah, that's hard." And then just stay there with you for a minute. No agenda, no timeline, no next steps. Just, I'm here. We confuse helping with caring. They're not the same thing. Helping means I see your problem and I want to solve it. Caring means I see your pain and I'm willing to sit in it with you. One makes you feel competent. The other makes you feel present. And presence is what people actually remember. Nobody remembers the advice you gave them 10 years ago. They remember that you showed up, that you stayed, that you didn't flinch. We do this to ourselves too. Something difficult comes up, a feeling we don't like, an old wound, a fear. And immediately the internal machinery kicks in. Analyze it, reframe it, journal about it, breathe through it, fix it. What if you didn't do any of that? What if you just stayed with the feeling the way you'd stay with a friend who's crying? Not trying to stop the tears, not checking your watch, not thinking about what to say next. Just there. That's what this practice is. There's a kind of violence in rushing to make things better. That might sound dramatic, but think about it. When you immediately try to fix someone's sadness, what you're really saying is, this feeling you're having is a problem. It shouldn't be here. And the person learns, this part of me is not welcome. I need to clean this up before I'm acceptable. But when you just stay, you're saying something different. You're saying, all of this is allowed. You don't need to be different for me to be here with you. That's not nothing. That changes people. Notice whatever is present for you right now. Maybe it's calm. Maybe it's restlessness. Maybe it's boredom. Whatever it is, don't do anything with it. Just let it be here. The way you'd let a guest sit in your house without immediately asking what they need. Some feelings just need a place to land. They don't need to be understood or processed or transformed. They need a room and a chair and someone who isn't rushing them out. Can you be that for yourself right now? The urge to fix is strong. It shows up even here in meditation. Am I doing this right? Should I be feeling something different? Am I relaxed enough? That's the fixing instinct, even in a space with nothing to fix. See it. Name it if you want. There it is again. The urge to improve this moment. And then let it pass. Not because it's wrong, but because it's not needed right now. This moment doesn't need improvement. It needs company. Think about someone who has been this for you. Someone who didn't try to fix you, who just stayed. Maybe it was a parent sitting on the edge of your bed when you couldn't sleep. Maybe a friend who let you talk for an hour without offering a single suggestion. Maybe someone who just sat next to you in silence when you couldn't find the words. That kind of presence isn't passive. It takes enormous restraint. The restraint to not jump in, not rescue, not manage. To trust that your presence is enough. Most people never learn this because it looks like doing nothing. And we've been taught that doing nothing means you don't care. But the opposite is true. Staying when you can't fix anything is the deepest form of care there is. There's a reason hospitals have visiting hours. Not because visitors cure people, but because someone sitting by the bed matters. You can't take away the pain. You can't speed up the healing. But you can make it so that the person going through it doesn't have to do it alone. That's not a small thing. For many people, it's the biggest thing anyone has ever done for them. Just being there, without needing the situation to be different. Feel your body again for a moment. Your hands, your feet, the weight of you in this chair or on this floor. You're still here. Nothing dramatic has happened. No breakthrough, no revelation. Just you. sitting with yourself, not rushing anywhere. That's the whole thing. This is what it means to be present with yourself, not the inspirational poster version, not the version where you glow with inner peace. The real version, where it's quiet and ordinary and sometimes boring. And you stay anyway. Most of the meaningful moments in your life probably looked like nothing from the outside. Two people sitting together, nobody talking, nothing happening. But inside that stillness, something enormous was taking place. Trust was being built. Pain was being shared. Someone was learning that they didn't have to carry it alone. That's what we're practicing here. Not a technique, not a skill you put on a resume. The willingness to stay when your whole body wants to do something. You can practice this outside of meditation. Next time someone tells you about their bad day, pause before you respond. Resist the urge to relate it to your own experience. Resist the urge to offer solutions. Just listen. Let them have the whole moment. You might be surprised how rare that is for them. And next time something difficult comes up for you, before you reach for the phone, before you start analyzing, just sit with it for 30 seconds. Not to be brave, not to prove anything, just to see what happens when you don't immediately run. Usually what happens is nothing dramatic. The feeling is still there, but it's a little less sharp. Because it's been acknowledged, it's been given a moment. That's enough. That's more than most feelings ever get. Start to notice the space around you again. Any sounds, near or far. The temperature of the air on your skin. The surface beneath your body. There's no rush to move. You can stay as long as you want. When you're ready, let your eyes open if they've been closed. Take this with you today. Not as a technique, not as something to master. As a question, what if staying is enough? Not just in meditation, but in everything. Thank you for practicing with me today. See you next time, because meditation should be free.